So this is the season 14 tier list. It's obviously, I think this is, you know, speaks for itself, probably going to be ranked. I'm never going to tell you, right? I would never tell somebody, like, in pubs, play whoever the hell you want. Whoever you have fun with, play them. It is what it is. This is more specifically for something like ranked. The way I'm going to say it, S tier is must pick or near must pick. A, solid legends across the board. B, very playable. They're good. There's just some better options out. C, can be played, but for the most part, it needs something else with it to work. And then D, probably just want to stay away for a specific reason that I will explain with at that time. Whenever I start doing these tier lists, they always get so mad. And where I want to kind of like say is this wouldn't be a predator rank. I would call this more of like a diamond masters tier list, right? If you're trying to get to platinum, you're trying to get to masters, you know, I would probably say this would be the tier list for you. I'm assuming you're going to be playing with a team, right? If you're playing ranked, more than likely you're going to be playing with a team. The D tier legends. First one is going to be Mirage. Fun legend to play. You're in pubs. He can be fun to play at the lower ranks, right? You're just starting out the game. He can be a very good legend. But as you improve at the game, Mirage becomes less and less viable just because he's so easy to counter for good players. And in order to make him work to sort of fool some people, as you get to more of the middle tiers, you got to play a very specific way. You got to break line of sight. You got to do everything right just to make Mirage work. The second legend in D tier, Revenant. Everything in his kit seems to be extremely niche. The movement, right? The crouch speed being increased, like faster crouch speed, like the infinite climb, all that is just so niche. And when I'm climbing, I can't shoot my gun. And that's going to be a theme in this tier list. Ultimate is a giant red beacon that shows where you are coming from. Can it be very annoying? Yes. If you have a movement legend with you, Octane specifically, you know, got to shout out the Revtane meta that used to be, but it's been really nerfed. Okay, you got a giant red pulse. The Octane's pad is loud as can be. Revenant needs to have somebody else with him. He needs a movement legend to really get the most out of him. And you want to have some sort of team communication. Like, I don't think Revenant is a very good solo legend. The silence can be handy. I think more the use is blinding your enemies for that split second. But outside of that, I don't think he's that good. The last legend in D tier is going to be Lifeline. She needs some serious help to her ultimate. It can be good, but the fact of the matter is you never know what you're going to get out of the care package. It is smart loot. It is an upgrade, but you never know for who. It's a beacon to tell you, hey, there's a lifeline over here. The passive, the ability to be able to res teammates, specifically 2 teammates at a time, that's a worst case scenario. You really don't want to be in that position as is. It can come in handy, but more often than not, your team is just going to get thirsted. That you're gonna see the enemies are going to see you rezzing them, and they're just going to fry the teammate as they're getting rezzed. The other thing I don't like about Lifeline is there's like a small delay. Like, she slows down, she puts her weapons away, she drops the drone, and then she speeds back up, picks up out her weapons, and now she has to do it again. I understood why they removed fast steals. She doesn't need those back, but she needs her original manual revive shield back, and she would shoot straight up. I think you should rework her ultimate. I think it would be great if you just solely went with the medic, like the medic route. I think Lifeline should just passively have deeper pockets. Like, I understand it's on the gold bag. I think that would be a great intrinsic thing for Lifeline, because now if you find a gold bag, perfect. Like, now you just give it to somebody else. I think that could be a really good buff. Maybe you go all in on the, you know, the healing ability. Maybe you make the ultimate just a giant pulse of like 50 HP. I think that would be the better option. Just full commit to the healing aspect of Lifeline. She's the medic, right? That dummies boost, you hit that ultimate, boom, 50 HP. It would be some sort of, you know, Bloodhound type of scan to where she's not able to shoot. Like, you can't be shooting and then just hit it and everybody, it just pulses. There's some sort of interaction that prevents her from now shooting her weapons. I think that would be a nice way to balance it. In C tier, I'm gonna put Crypto. I love my boy, okay? I love Crypto. I played him for a bit. He is very good in comp, and with a squad and some sort of communication on, hey, I want to EMP this team, let's do a push. And it's really good if you have an EMP with like an Ash portal or an Octane pad or something with movement. Crypto can be really good, but he needs support. But if he loses his drone, he's entirely useless. I wish he had something to either I could set my EMP off my back. I think I would like to be able to be hacked off of scans. Like, I don't think Crypto should be able to be revealed by Valkyrie, Bloodhound, or Seer. He's hacked himself off the radar. I think that'd be a really nice change. Vantage included. I like his tactical, I like his EMP. I don't think those need changed anymore. He just needs something that's not drone related. So Crypto is the first legend in C tier. Second legend in C tier, I'm gonna throw Octane. He used to be really good. The game was not healthy when he was really good. He needs a little bit of love. I think the 20 damage that he takes upon hitting his stim is a little too much, but I don't think you need to increase at the regen rate. I think it's just the stim damage that he takes. The jump pad is finally balanced. You have some level of sound, right? You can actually hear the pad. The pad is just so obvious. I would put him at C. He just needs a little bit of love. Next, I would put Rampart. Y'all know how I feel about Rampart. Passive is on the worst weapons in the game. They've definitely improved, you know, but the Devo is now in the replicator. Not many people are crafting a Devo. You got the Rampage in the care pack. That's off the ground. You have the Spitfire, which is, you know, it's pretty good. It's an LMG. You're basically staying still. Walls don't come up immediately. You can't move them. You can't go on to the other side of them. You need your teammates to play around the walls. You need the enemies to fall for it. The ultimate is a great third-party weapon. It's really strong. You catch somebody napping with it, it's great. But the fact of the matter is, you have to, one, pull out the ultimate, then you gotta spin it up for a second and a quarter. And by that time, any good person, if they've already had line of sight on you, has already dropped you. This hurts me. I would probably put Pathfinder in C tier. Giant hitbox, ultimate, very exposed, very bad accuracy on it, slow, it's loud, moves the entire team, but it's a lot like Octane. It's a worse Octane pad. Now, with this being said, when I say about Pathfinder, his grapple is still fantastic, and the better the player you are, Pathfinder is not a C tier legend. The best players play Pathfinder because he's fun and he is really good, right? They know how to do him. I'm just talking like just average Joes. I'll probably put Pathfinder there. I'll add a row below here. How about we do this? How about we call this B- / C+. I'll compromise with y'all. I'll leave it there, but I am gonna do this now. Vantage is a B at best, C tier legend. Good early game, really good early game. Very situational late game. Great early game. The ability, like, you get an ultimate accelerant, you hit that, you get 2 bullets, and you're basically 2-tapping everybody, because unless they have purple shield, and even if they have purple shield, I doubt they have blue or purple helmet. You go headshot, and they're down. She's really good early game. Mid to late, not great. Very situational. I wouldn't put her any higher than B. Vantage feels like a fortified legend without fortified. That's her Q's. It just feels clunky. It feels kind of sluggish. She's good for positioning. Where are we going from here? We're gonna put Wattson at B. She brings a lot to the team, especially on something like King's Canyon, because you kind of have to bunker down. So with Horizon, with Fuse, with Maggie, they've become a little bit more popular. Having an ultimate to be able to shut down the nade spam has become almost a necessity. I'd put Bangalore in B tier. She does a lot of things well. She just doesn't do everything great. She's just a solid legend. She's never exactly gonna be meta unless they make her tactical remove scans. I'd put Loba at B tier, B, A. I think both of those legends are kind of like B, A tiers. Loba needs a little bit more of like a reliability thing. With her bracelet, it just breaks way too often. I wish with Loba, I think she should be able to hold a little bit extra ammo per stack. That's just me. I think her passive is it's niche. Fuse I would actually put B. If you get Fuse to endgame, he's super annoying. A suppressive legend, he's annoying to play against, but there's better options out there. I'm gonna take Horizon. I'd still keep Horizon in the S tier. I think she's really good. Instant high ground, you're shooting directly down on somebody. I think Horizon's S tier. Seer's almost a near must pick. They're both really near must picks. Like, I think those are like probably the 2 of the best legends out in the game right now. He's got passive wall hacks at all times. I think that's kind of ridiculous. An ultimate that's a third-party beacon really drags out the fights. Maggie is an A-B legend. I think she's borderline A. Aggressive legends, I think she plays extremely well in that play style. The tack, the drill, almost nearly, hit scan. Really suppressive, forces them out of cover. I'd go Bloodhound as A tier. Still a very good legend. They do everything really well. They never really got touched. Seer's just better. Bloodhound's ultimate, fantastic. I think you just pick Seer right now. I think Seer's just the better legend. They just do more. I think Gibby's still A tier. He's just harder to play. He's a bigger legend. I think Gibby's still very good. You don't see many Gibbies in ranked, and you don't see many Gibbies in pubs. So the Maggie change is very niche. I still think Gibby's a fantastic legend. The bubble's still really good. I would put Newcastle way above him as the better fortified legend. can get your teammates out of danger. You're moving around, you can defend, you can kind of look around and see. More of an aggressive legend now than Gibby. The ability to push with the mobile shield, it's faster, it has more HP. Like that shield lasts for 18 seconds and you get it back in 14. I think Caustic is below him ever so slightly. Caustic's A tier. The ability just to lock down an area, fantastic. Unmatched. Caustic is annoying. End game, Caustic circles. Caustic's disgusting. I think I would put Ashe in the AB category. Ashe is really good. Her tether, situational. I feel like it could be better. Her passive, I thought would be broken when I first saw it. It's good, not great. More often than not, it lets people know that you're being tracked. Ultimate is really good though. I think I would put Wraith as the last legend in A. She needs a buff, but her tactical is still so good. Passive, people dog on it. It's still underrated. You know, if you're just running around out in the open, somebody starts looking at you. Yeah, a Kraber, it's probably gonna kill you if they hit your shot right away and they don't stare at you for long enough, but it's good. Wraith's still a really good legend. Her ultimate needs a buff. You buff her ultimate, make the cooldown go from 3 to like 2, or just make the distance go further and keep the same cooldown. Wraith would be, you know, a solid A legend. I'd still put Valkyrie S tier. I know people are gonna hate that. I would. She's almost A. I think she still needs a nerf. I'd increase her cooldown. I really would. I know it feels like she got neutered with all the changes. Her tactical, it really didn't get touched. Her tactical, her ultimate, it really didn't get touched. 25% reduction. I mean, it's basically a jump tower. It's basically what it is. It's still so good. It rotates your team exactly how you need it to. It still scans. I just increase the cooldown, call it a day. I think it's 3 minutes right now. Make it 4, 4.5, 5. I think this is what I would put as my tier list.